Hey, what up, everybody? This is Stevie Breach coming to you. This does not look like the man who just bought WrestleMania tickets, but this does. Oh man, we threw down the money fast and hard today. Let me pick this up. Get this back to my best of the super. No, before they were Superstars Volume 2. But it was a fun morning this morning. We bought our WrestleMania tickets. This will be my fourth trip to WrestleMania. This will be my third trip with all of the members of the clique, and we are expanding. This year we'll be adding Jade Dizzle777, aka Ravi's girlfriend, to the group, and as well as fresh off his SummerSlam appearance, the infamous RKO, the infamous NW, whatever. Justin Sub Ryan will be coming with us. We're going to be having a ton of fun. Of course, there's going to be a whole bunch of different rooms, like the Boston Brothers will be rooming up with us in our room with Yaya and I completing our little room circle. But this is going to be a fun fucking trip, and this is only the first step of many. It was mildly sort of stressful. We kept on getting weird seats and weird sections, and one time I got a section of 142 was one of the dream sections that we wanted to sit. We wanted to sit on either either sides of the rings, where we had a square on full on thing of the ring, and we kept on getting over one, and this one time I did get the section that we were looking for, and then when I clicked on it in order to buy the seats, it said, sorry, we have a problem, and it kicked me all the way out to where I had to do it. The one thing that I did like about the pre-sale this year was normally that if they put seats up on the screen and you didn't like them, you had to back all the way out. You had to tell them how many seats you wanted, what section of seats you were looking for, and all this, that, and the other. This year, basically, if you didn't like your seats, you just said search again. They threw you back into the pool of people, and it did take about a minute, 2 minutes to pull something up, but we basically pulled it out at the last minute. We said we were going to sit there for an hour. It took us 25 minutes before we went through with it and finally made a purchase. Honestly, these WrestleMania tickets keep getting more expensive and expensiver. But it is what it is, man. It's one of the funnest weekends of all year. It's what we work so hard for in order to get there. It's why we drink milk out of wine glasses and everything like that. But this is basically me saying thank you to anybody who's ever watched any of these videos as well as this video. My dog's crying because I think she's already going to miss me. But April's going to be one hell of a year. We sat last year out, yeah, and I, but I think both of us are hungry to get back into it, back at it. We're going to be doing some new and different things this year. I'm guessing that we're not going to be going to the Ring of Honor show because of where it's located at, so I might get to see my first Dragon Gate show, which is something I've never seen before, and hopefully looking forward to meeting I apologize, a lot of new people out there from YouTube. Already somebody named Ashley, who is, I think they lived in the UK. They bought the tickets in the same row in the same section as us, which is pretty freaking crazy. But then again, at SummerSlam 2011, or was it 12? SummerSlam 2012, my good buddy Molly got in the same section as us. It's where we, the Lorenzo brothers sat in the same section as us. There was somebody else from YouTube that sat in the same section of us. So, man, it's weird. It's crazy how there's so many people going to be sitting in this huge arena, and there's these people that we talk to or watch on YouTube on a daily thing. Speaking of which, Lorenzo brothers, crank out some new videos. You guys were going bananas for a while, and now all of a sudden you guys have gone dry. I was wondering if you guys went to the big event or not. I didn't see any videos from you guys, but I don't know, man. This is going to be freaking awesome. I'm hoping that I can see Hulk Hogan wrestle at WrestleMania 30. It might not be the biggest, most popular decision that's out there, but honestly, I haven't seen Hogan wrestle live since WCW in the George Dome, and I believe the last time I saw him, I think the last time I saw him wrestle in a match was a 6-man. It wasn't in the George Dome, but it was in the Phillips Arena. And it was some sort of a dream 6-man tag where it was like Bret Hart, Hogan, and Sting versus like I don't even remember who the fuck they wrestled, but it wasn't good. I can tell you that match. And the match before that I saw him wrestle was Hogan versus Horace Hogan. I didn't want to see that. I guess I did get to see him win the WCW title at the Finger Poke of Doom, but to see him wrestle in a match, even if it's him wrestling, Jinder Mahal, if they bring back Muhammad Hassan, if they do that dream match against the Great Khali, just so I can Hulk up one more time. I mean, like, I don't know if he signs with WWE. I guess that they're gonna make it where he can't work WrestleCon. Maybe they'll make him a VIP access guy. If they do, he's going to be one of those guys that I'm going to throw out whatever I have to throw out in order to meet this guy. I know that my buddies Justin and Miguel, they are saying that they're going to do what they have to do to meet the Undertaker. That's their one thing. Ravi was lucky enough to join the Undertaker club, and he says it's pretty uh, empty over there with just him, sort of like the TNA Hall of Fame. But I don't know. Hogan's my guy. I got to meet Triple H at SummerSlam. I got to meet John Cena at SummerSlam. But I mean, those are awesome moments. Those are two guys that will always go down in history as two of my favorite dudes to root for. But Hogan is right there because I mean, like, there's not many matches. When you're sitting here watching wrestling, I like to think of it as like chasing a dream. A lot of times, yes, it is entertainment, but I mean, like, I want to feel like I did when I watched matches back in the 90s. I want to feel like I'm 9 or 10 years old again. And there are very few matches that make you do that, but that's me chasing the ultimate high. I watched SummerSlam 1990 last night, which I was reminded that it wasn't the most perfect show, that it was still very, very fun to watch. And I was glad that I did watch it, but I'm hoping that maybe I'll forget what I saw, and then maybe in 6 months, if I think about SummerSlam 1990, I'm still finding more money. When I watch when I think about watching it again, I'm thinking about how great it was when I was a kid, when I was 9 years old, and I uh, was watching it back then. I mean, that's the one reason that I really, really want to meet Hulk Hogan so much, just to tell him, how much he meant when he was on my drapes, he was on my sheets. I bought the magazines. I did everything but the workout, and I never did take the vitamins. I did ask for the vitamins, but I was not given the vitamins. Um, but I think that's about it. Just to wrap it up. So from here on out, we have to wait for our Hall of Fame tickets. We have to wait for our WrestleMania tickets. I'm sure somewhere along the way we'll start buying tickets for WrestleCon, um, or anything else. But of course, I'll update you on what's going down. If you need to know, it's easiest to hit me up on Twitter. We're not hard guys to find. It's fun how all the different groups just mash up, and we all hang out. It is the Real Classic or the Instant Classic 8. I know he's going to hate that if he watches this, or I talk about him like he's two different people, but I want to make sure that you can find him if you're looking for him. He's not sure this is going to be his last WrestleMania, but he's going to treat it like his last. And that's the way that I've sort of thought about this whole trip. I've been planning this out. It's been almost surreal, because this is the first year that, we're going to Ravi, but we're not staying with Ravi. So when we're talking about plans and he's not involved in us, booking our hotel and stuff like that, it's kind of like, scratching our heads, is this really going to happen? But, today was a day that we really, put our flag in the middle of that ring with a WWE logo on it and said, we're stepping foot. We're going to be taking over that jewelry. If you thought that us going crazy for the Daniel Bryan, yes, after Monday Night Raw video was cool, we're definitely going to have some cool shit. I think it's definitely awesome that everybody from YouTube almost is staying at the jewelry. It'd be just easier to meet up and move out and take over the city. That's definitely gonna be tons of fun stories that we can tell. Just drinking on Bourbon Street. I mean, there's nobody in the world that I think you can go to Bourbon Street and stay sober. I'm just hoping that people can stay out of the casinos. Nobody loses their shirts and goes home with a sad sob story, because WrestleMania is supposed to be about going there, having fun, and leaving. With the ultimate high of seeing something that you don't think that could be topped until next year. Peace out.